I felt great when I left the dealership. They bought a Prius hybrid and I got a new Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. At a traffic light, I sat with a big grin on my face. I knew what I wanted to do. When the light turned green, I hit the gas. The supercharged engine roared and the Jeep took off. I slowed down to the speed limit and my smile stayed. When I got home, I didn't park in the garage because I planned to drive again soon. I walked inside and smelled spaghetti cooking. I don't really like spaghetti. So it was good I had plans. I didn't shout that I was home. I just went upstairs, changed into my golf clothes, grabbed my clubs, and headed for the door. Rachel came out of the kitchen as I was leaving. "Charles, where are you going? Whose car is that? Dinner is almost ready. Why are you dressed like that? And why do you have golf clubs?" "Well, dear, I'm going to play golf. That's my car. These are my golf clothes, and the clubs are for playing golf." She stared at me as if I had lost my mind. "You never mentioned anything about playing golf. What about dinner?" "I'll have dinner at the country club." I told her, "Enjoy your meal." I heard her voice just as I was closing the door. "What do you mean that's your car?" I didn't have time to answer trivial questions, so I continued on my merry way. My phone started ringing almost immediately, so I turned it off. I arrived at the country club, enjoyed a very pleasant dinner with Ralph and Pete, and played 9 holes. I hadn't played in a long time and it showed. By the time we finished, I was getting back into the groove and felt better for the next time. We agreed to play on Saturday morning, had a couple of beers, and I headed home. I knew a real storm was brewing at my house. I parked the SRT in the garage and went inside. A very angry-looking Rachel was sitting in her chair watching TV. Lightning flashed from her eyes, and her eyebrows shot up. "What the hell is wrong with you, Charles?" Thunder roared from her lips. "Absolutely nothing," I said. "What the hell is wrong with you?" This rebellion caught her off guard. I should say that I usually don't like to argue. I'm a calm person. If something doesn't matter to me, I stay quiet. I don't care about the color of the kitchen appliances. She wants stainless steel instead of black. As long as we can afford it, I don't mind. It's just stainless steel. She probably thought my lack of opinion meant I didn't have any will. In some ways, that was my fault, but not anymore. For a moment, she looked at me in surprise. "What the hell is wrong with me?" She practically hissed. "You come home driving this gas-guzzling monster. Tell me you're going to play golf. Skip the dinner I cooked. And you have the nerve to ask me what's wrong." I thought about it for a moment. "Yes," I said calmly. "Yes." "What do you mean?" "Yes." She was practically foaming at the mouth. "Yes, I do have the nerve to say that." Her face turned red and blotchy. "Are you drunk, Charles? Are you on drugs or something?" "I had a couple of beers at the country club. But no drugs. Do you have any meds you want me to take?" She seemed at a loss for words, but quickly recovered. Maybe you need some antipsychotic medication." She walked over and opened the door to the garage. The car must have caught her attention. "Nice car," she snorted. "Are you having a midlife crisis?" I thought about it for a moment. Yes. Yes. "What?" she demanded. "Yes, I'm having a crisis. And I guess 41 can be considered middle-aged." "Well, what's the matter?" she asked. "What do you mean? What's the matter?" That's a vague question. "What crisis?" She seemed very irritated. "That's a secret." "So, you're having a crisis and keeping it a secret from me?" She asked in disbelief. "No," I said. "Stop being an ass," she shouted. "What do you mean no?" "I'm not keeping it a secret from you." She threw up her hands. I'm not going to waste my time. What is that ridiculous toy doing in our garage? And where is the Prius? I traded it for the SRT. I didn't like the Prius, but I like the SRT. We agreed that the Prius is eco-friendly and economical. She said. It's the kind of car responsible people drive. You need to think about how you'll look parking that monster in your work spot. All the executives drive hybrids. What will they think when they see you driving this dinosaur? Envy. We agreed on the Prius. She cut off. No, I never agreed. I said, I just went along with it because it's what you wanted. Is that so? She said sternly. Don't you care about my happiness anymore? Tomorrow you're taking it back and getting the Prius. Number. She acted as if she had no idea what the word no meant. What do you mean? No, I'm not taking it back and I'm not getting the Prius. She paused, looking hurt. 3 days ago, I might have cared. What is wrong with you, Charles? I've decided I like being called Chuck. From now on, you should call me Chuck. Her mouth fell open, and she seemed speechless. I appreciated that. I went upstairs to shower and get ready for bed. When I came out, a pillow and blanket were at the foot of the bed. You'll be sleeping in the guest room, she said. You're acting like a spoiled child, and don't expect me to sleep with you. I paused, then pulled back the blanket. Her eyes widened as I started to lie down. What the hell do you think you're doing? Going to sleep. I told you you're not sleeping here. Yes, I heard you. My hearing is fine. Don't tell me where I can sleep. This is my side of the bed. The other side belongs to you. I won't cross onto your side. You shouldn't cross onto mine either. She defiantly rolled onto my side. I yanked a blanket from her hands and pinned her down before lying on top of her. She desperately tried to push me away. I weighed 95 kilograms. She weighed 54 kilograms. She failed. Get off me, you idiot. She tried to slap me, but I caught her hand. This is my side. I told her, your side is over there. You're not welcome on my side. I lifted myself slightly, and she rolled onto her side. Then she started crying. What's wrong with you, Charles? She sobbed. What happened to you? Why are you treating me like this? There is no Charles. I told her, only Chuck. I told you I like being called Chuck. I thought you liked being called Charles, she cried. No, you like calling me Charles, I said. I never liked it. I just went along with it for you. Why don't you want me to be happy? I don't think you respect me. I think the reason you don't is that I've spent all my time trying to make you happy. I'm done with that. Now, I'm going to make myself happy if you're happy because I'm happy. Great. If not, too bad. She made a quiet sobbing sound. What happened? Yesterday, you were the best husband in the world. Today you're a bastard. It actually took 3 days, not just one. She stared at me, looking like one of those baby birds waiting for its mother to feed it. I don't have any worms for you, I told her. She looked at me as if an alien had taken over my body. Worms? What the hell is wrong with you? Are you sick? The answer to the first question is complicated, I said after thinking for a moment. The answer to the second question is yes. She paused. You're sick? Yes. What's wrong with you? What kind of illness makes you trade your beautiful car for a gas-guzzling monster? How sick can you be if you can go play golf and drink beer? It's a heart problem, I told her. She looked confused. Do you have blocked arteries or an irregular heartbeat? How does your behavior relate to a heart condition? It's not exactly an illness. I had a change of heart, something like a transplant. Are you going to tell me what's going on? I found out 3 days ago that you're a cheater. All the love in my heart died and was replaced with a heart like yours. Now I care about myself and don't care about you. What did you call me? She demanded. Maybe you should get your hearing checked. Did I stutter? No. You were perfectly clear, she said. I don't know what your problem is, but you better figure it out. You just accused your wife of being a cheater and a jerk. I don't see it as an accusation. It's more like stating a fact. I explained. What the hell are you talking about? She practically screamed. No need to shout. I'm right here, I said. I'm talking about your little hotel date with Alan and Marcy Baker. Her face went pale. What? How? I don't understand what you're talking about. Do you know who our president is? What day is it today? She just stared at me. Someone's having a troubling short-term memory loss, possibly post-stroke. I took out my phone and opened the chat. The evidence was saved in the chat and on my phone. I wasn't going to tell her where else it was recorded. There were photos large and lifelike. Rachel between the two of them entering room 177 at the Dorchester Hotel. She was kissing Marcy while Alan had his hand on her rear. Where did you get this? She asked. I said, I'm pretty sure he sent it to Lonnie as well. They are very upset. Milan is our son and Lonnie is our daughter. She gasped. Milan? He saw. You're lying. You got them from somewhere else. I showed her the picture taken by Milan. No, he was there dropping off a client when he saw you go in. He just wanted to say hi. Imagine his surprise at your little date. I like that word. Don't you? It wasn't. Oh, God. What are you going to do? Charles. Charles isn't going to do anything. I said, Chuck is already handling it. He's already arranged fatal accidents for the three of you. She stared at me in fear for a minute. She probably thought I wasn't joking. Seriously, what are you going to do? Nothing, I said. I hired some friends to handle everything. Alan and Marcy will die tomorrow. I'll wait until next Wednesday for you. Since Alan and Marcy are going to work tomorrow, their airbags will malfunction. They'll deploy, causing a car accident. By then, the airbags will deflate. Mario is sure the crash will be fatal. It's well known that producers don't do well in crash tests. That's why I got rid of mine. She stared at me with her mouth open for a minute. It wasn't a very attractive look. She gathered as much composure as she could after this sinister revelation. Strangely, she seemed indifferent to the likely demise of her sex buddies. Selfish, I thought. What about us? She managed to get out. Oh, well, there is no us now. Of course, I'm divorcing you. You'll be served at work tomorrow. Do you think the company will mind? 3 of their employees involved in a truist. God, I love that word. A truist leading to a divorce and being served papers at work might create some awkwardness there. I doubt Hole and Fisk will appreciate the drama considering he's a big man in the church and all. I wonder if they'll allow Alan and Marcy to have a church funeral. This elicited a strange distorted wail from Rachel sounding yearly like some peacocks in the zoo. I turned off my light. Good night, Rachel, I said. I wonder if I'll get both halves of the bed in the divorce. She lunged onto my side of the bed and clung to my back like a leech. I don't want a divorce, Charles. She sobbed into my back. I didn't respond. Charles, she held me tighter. Charles, I don't want a divorce. Silence. She peered over my shoulder. Charles, I looked at her. There is no Charles. I told her, and you're on my side of the bed, then. Damn it. Chuck. Chuck. I don't want a divorce. I rolled over to face her. I didn't want a cheating woman as a wife either, but I got one despite not wanting it. Funny how that works, huh? She didn't seem to share my sense of irony. Shush. Chuck, I'm so sorry, she said. It was just something I wanted to try. I was curious about what it would be like with another woman. Me too, I said. Wow, we have so much in common. I also had the impression that Alan was a man. Does anyone else know he's not cisgender? Don't be ridiculous. She said it was a threesome, but I didn't have sex with him, only with Marcy. He just sat in the chair and watched. A non-cisgender voyeur pervert. He was with Marcy while she was with me, she admitted. Do you realize how absurd this conversation is? What possible twist of imagination could make you think that this helps your case? She hesitated a bit, but couldn't come up with anything plausible. I was going to give you the same, she finally said. The same? What does that mean? I asked. A threesome with me and Marcy, she said. You just told me you were curious about being with another woman. Marcy doesn't interest me, I said. I was thinking of someone who hadn't slept with half the men in town. Who were you thinking of? What the hell? Chuck was on a roll. I might as well mess with her mind. Well, Lily has always been at the top of my fantasy list. I confessed. My sister, she screeched. You asked me? I reminded her. Lily was incredibly sexy. Rachel was a walking wet dream. But Lily was all that and more. Brown eyes, a few freckles on the cutest nose imaginable, and that body. She had the most gorgeous shape. Just looking at her made your tongue hard, not to mention other parts. Her breasts were large, round, and firm, and she had the most delightful book on the planet. She exuded sensuality from every pore, making men act foolishly when she was around. She was 5 years younger than Rachel and me. Had been briefly married in her late 20s to a promising NFL player, but left the bum when he bailed, started drinking, and couldn't keep a job. When Rachel and I were dating in college, Lily was in high school, and she had a crush on me. It was amusing, and I was quite fond of her, but I never acted on it. Yes, I felt the attraction, but I wouldn't have done anything even if I had the chance. I wondered if Rachel would agree to it and more importantly if Lily would. But it didn't matter much. Rachel was leaving me anyway, so it was a good way to mess with her. I could see Rachel thinking it over in her head. I'm not going to have a threesome with my sister, she finally said. I shrugged and turned over to sleep. The divorce happened smoothly enough. Rachel fought it hard, but divorces can't be dragged out like they used to be. Most people know how divorces go, and it wasn't fun, but Chuck was enjoying life. As for getting rid of your sweetheart, you just take out the trash. Sometimes the trash doesn't like being taken out, but it happens. I never did have that threesome with Lily, though I'm quite happy being in a relationship. Having this lovely person's voluptuous body next to me as I sleep doesn't leave any room for dreaming about threesomes. Second story, should I be concerned? So, I'm not sure if I'm overthinking, which I tend to do, or if my gut feeling is right. My girlfriend and I have been together for over a year, almost 18 months now. Things started off great. We clicked immediately, had an amazing sex life, and spend as much time together as possible. I'm a single dad, so between parenting and work, we managed to see each other a couple times a week. A few months into our relationship, after dinner and a few drinks, we were in bed when she mentioned that she and her ex were texting. Turns out he owed her thousands of dollars and she was trying to get it back through text. I asked if he knew she was in a relationship and she said no because he wouldn't give her the money back if he knew. She admitted he texted things like, "I miss you and can we try again?" And she didn't give him a clear yes or no. I told her I was uncomfortable with this and insisted she tell him about us or stop talking to him. She promised she would tell him and I believed her. Approaching our 1-year mark on Valentine's Day, she said she didn't want to celebrate it because she's not into it, which was fine with me. But a couple days later, when I visited her, There were fresh flowers on the table. When I asked about them, she didn't say who they were from, just that they were left outside her door and assumed they were from me. Later, when she briefly left the room, I saw a card among the flowers from her ex. I don't know why, but I chose to ignore it. A few weeks later, she was at a 2-day event I couldn't attend. It's an event her ex has attended in the past, and she texted me when she arrived. However, I didn't hear from her until the next day, which was unusual because she usually texts before going to sleep. Lately, our sex life has become rare and our connection feels strained. We don't talk as much as we used to. My intuition is telling me something is off, and I suspect it has to do with her ex. I also noticed they follow each other on Instagram after she told me she blocked him on social media. Maybe he's just a persistent ex and there's nothing to worry about. But my gut is telling me there might be something going on that I should be concerned about.